and we are the affiliate for the statewide for all of Kentucky. The material is a composite solution called Fibrex, F-I-B-R-E-X. It is made of 40% wood and 60% proprietary polymer. It is blended together to create a new compound. The entire window system is made from this material. The benefits are that it does not absorb water, so it does not rot, mildew, mold, doesn't expand and contract. It's an impervious material that never needs painting. It doesn't peel, chip, blister, or fade. It is constructed structurally, so it is a structural assembly, unlike other impervious materials like vinyl and fiberglass that are not. All of our installers work for us. They're all W-2 employees, and we handle the process from start to finish, and we're your only point of contact. The current configuration is a pair of double hungs that are union together. The recommendation by myself was to convert that to a 2-panel glider for the cost control. It does offer more glass, better viewing, better ventilation, and most importantly, better budget controls by going to a 2-panel glider. At this point, I'm going to ask Shirley to spool up the video on Fibrex on how Anderson makes it. They have earned 32 patents on it, and then we'll follow that up with a video on the glider.
It's not working like it was yesterday.
Oh, wow. We need
Just
that
to let everyone
technology, Amy.
know, just to let everyone know, we are now live on YouTube. I got that going now. We're good.
Shirley, we're not seeing your video. We're just seeing your email.
Sorry about that. How do I get my desktop to show now? Anyone know?
When you click the share screen at the bottom, Shirley, you should be able to choose which screen or which picture it is you want to share.
Well, when I click share screen, it's now pulling up my email or AnyDesk. It's not pulling up my desktop.
Any way that we can get around that and maybe just let Mr. Chrisman explain it to us if we can't get the video to go?
Hold on just a minute. Let me look at one more thing, okay?
Okay.
I'm sorry. Okay,
So I think we're going to proceed. So this is a piece of the Fibrex material. Anderson takes wood that is reclaimed out of building millions of wood windows every year. So it is a green solution. And they take 40% wood composition, 60% proprietary polymer, and blend it together at a microscopic level to create this material Fibrex. So I'm going to tap on it. And we can all hear that it's strong. It's stronger than wood, but without any of the inferiorities of wood. The finish, the color is then processed on the material at about 280 degrees. So it never blisters or fades or peels. And the entire window system is made from this material. Again, as I stated earlier, no expansion and contraction or delamination or degrading. I have brought with me today, you can see this, a 2-panel gliding window. I ordered this in from the factory. Oh, there we are. So you can see me. So this is a 2-panel gliding window.
sorry, hold on.
Okay, so this is a 2-panel gliding window that I am recommending that we put in each opening. Both panels will slide horizontally and allow ventilation and great visibility. This would go in as one singular window as a common frame with 2 sashes in each opening, a total of 29 openings. And we have selected a color that is complementary to the building, both inside and out. The glass has a proprietary technology to it as well that will defend against UV, infrared, and glare, and create a thermal barrier between the outdoor elements and the inside. We typically see about a 40-degree temperature swing between the exterior to the interior due to the material of the glass, between the glass, the argon and krypton composition that's between the glass. In the end, we usually have a result of room side glass temperature within 2 to 3 degrees of wall temperature. So I'll open up the meeting for questions that, warranty, excuse me, Joe. The warranty on the solution is a full material and labor warranty of 20 years on all composite, 20 on glass, 10 on hardware, and we provide a 2-year installation warranty. We are the only point of contact for any failure or service needs, and we have a full service department that supports the product and the installation. And this marks our 21st year as the affiliate for all of Kentucky minus Greater Cincinnati and a part of Southern Indiana. Can I open up the meeting for questions? Yeah. Yes. So I'm going to illustrate that. The sash will actually lift out, and I've lifted the sash out. So on gliding windows, particularly on the rear of the building that we have higher elevation, both sashes will lift out effortlessly. All of the weather stripping is refrigeration grade weather stripping. And there's a roller system in the bottom that rides down a composite monorail track. There's also an interlock system where the 2 sashes will interlock through a cleat system and all high quality weather stripping. And there will be 2 cam locks on each window due to its height for added security and additional weatherproofing capability. These are all made of zinc and are powder coated to the finish that we've selected. So now I'm going to just put the sash back into the frame. Thank you, Dr. Breeding. And it just rolls back effortlessly back in place. Yes, sir.
Now, re-explain, I thought I heard you say 20 years on parts and labor warranty, but then you backed off to 10 years and 2 years. Could
Sure.
you explain that a little deeper so we can really understand that, or so I
Sure.
can understand it? Everybody else may already do.
Sure. So all of the frame and sash material that the window is built from, the Fibrex material is 20 years material and labor. So if there were a claim, a failure, that would be completely replaced at no charge to the building. The glass is 20 years material and labor. For example, some of the issues here is condensation between the glass. We would never anticipate that happening due to the material that is used. But should that happen between now and installation in 20 years, that is completely covered materials and labor. The hardware, so for example, the latch is covered for 10 years, materials and labor. And then last, the installation warranty is 2 years. The example I give would be if a caulk bead failed within the first 24 months, that would fall back to installation. And as simple as, or as minor as that could be, we would send a service tech out to cut that and replace that and redo that work. So all installation efforts and the procedure is warranted for 2 years. Does that help?
Yes, thank you very much. Also, I don't know if you caught it or not, but all we deal with is one person. He'll have a project manager that we have to deal with, and they do everything. If we have a problem, we discuss it with them. We're not going to have to deal with someone or 2 or 3 different groups of people. This one person is all we'll have to deal with, and there will be no painting. Am I correct after this? Or will we have installation from where their installation is done? Will we have any touch-up painting that'll have to be done?
None at all. So it's a turnkey process, and when we're finished, you're finished.
Okay. We had hoped to show you a couple videos on this, and if anyone would like to see those later on, we'd be glad to. Shirley can hook you up with those. She can email them to you. Basically, what we need to discuss now, unless someone else has a question. Does anyone else have any questions? Joe, Scott?
Yeah, Joe, there was a question asked in
questions?
there was a question asked here by a board member about us, about Renewal by Anderson, how we take care of the old windows. Great question. So we do all the hallway and clean up. So when we leave, it's as if the building had not been touched. So everything is removed away and turnkey, and the building is back in order.
Yeah, that's good. I think we covered that in our meeting that we had too, but I'm glad they brought it up. There will be no mess for our people. We discussed whether we could have actually gotten some industrial windows that would have been much cheaper, but they're fixed. They have no screens, and it's just an industrial look. And since we already have a household look inside the building, we thought it would be better to go with this. Plus, a lot of the employees like to have that screen because they like to open the windows in the spring and the fall. So I guess if no one, does anyone else have any questions? So the next thing.
I would like to say Vesta has came in for the meeting.
Okay, great. All right. So she is in person. That's great. Thank you, Vesta, for doing that. That's above and beyond it. We appreciate you doing that. So we definitely have a good quorum now of 8, I think. So, Ron, I guess what we need now is the financial end of it, so that we can, everybody can understand. This is going to cost almost $50,000. So Ron will give us the exact figures on that and what we need to do to cover
Okay,
that.
so first, I think you will have to prove, or I think you'll have to prove, not prove. I think you'll have to have a vote that everyone approves Renewal by Anderson at the price that I'm about to show on my screen. And the renewal by Anderson can tell me if I've got the wrong thing up here, but I'm about to show this on my screen. Let's see. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Everybody see that? Okay, so if I recall, this is the total, 48,278. Please correct me if I'm wrong. The guy that's doing this, that's great. That's the total you're approving. We would approve that first, and then we'll have to move to approve. If you approve that, we'll move to approve 2 amended budgets. And the reason being is because we didn't budget for this in the year we're currently in, because we didn't even know about this project till this year. So that if we did this, we would go ahead and move forward with the initial deposit this year. So the renewal by Anderson is requiring 22,100, which you can see on my screen here. The initial deposit is 22,100. So we would do an amended budget to cover that for 22-23, the year we're in. Then we would have an amended budget for 23-24, the one we approved back in February, where we approved it at 25. I bumped that to 28 in case we run into any issues or something that was not foreseen to cover this remaining 26,178. So the first approval you're going to need is to have in the minutes renewal by Anderson. You want to approve them for the windows because we have all the other original quotes. And at this price of 48,278, and then we'll move forward with the other approvals for the amended budgets.
Okay, so do I have a motion that we are going to contract with Renewal by Anderson to replace all the windows in the health department facility for $48,278 fee? Could I have someone to make a motion on that?
I'll make a motion. I move we approve a contract with Renewal by Anderson in the amount of $48,278 for the Wayne County Health Department bill.
Okay, now who was it did that?
Kenneth Ramsey.
Kenneth Ramsey made the motion. Do I have a second? And someone seconded it. I didn't hear. Who seconded the motion?
Dr. Breeding.
Dr. Breeding seconded the motion. Okay. Those in favor, say aye. And okay. I do. I'm in favor. Has everyone voted? Are there any no votes to do this? And I hear none. So there is none, right, Shirley?
That is correct.
Okay, so that motion will pass as stated. And now, Ron, we need to amend budgets.
Correct.
Correct.
Yeah. So I'll pull up the first this year's budget. Let's just go in order. So this 22-23 budget for the year we're currently in, I'm gonna pull that up right now. Can everybody see that?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm just going to show you one line. So in this first middle column here, this is the original budget you approved last year. This have been not this past February before, for this surplus of 10,000. So to get that initial deposit to go through, we need to approve a line here. And I've put the line here. If you can see, it's highlighted in bold. It says new windows right here in the middle of the screen, where of course we had 0. We didn't budget any on the original. And then 23,000, this middle column, to cover that cost. That would cause you to then budget a deficit, which more than likely, we've said before, wouldn't be a deficit, probably be closer to break even, of 12,700. We will need a motion. You need a motion that the motions to now approve that first amended budget.
So we need a motion.
I hate to make every motion, but I move that we approve 22,100 for amend our budget for 2022-2023.
Okay, now is that what we needed, Ron?
Yeah, that's the first one, but we will have to have a separate one and everything for the minutes for the second one here in a second. That's fine. We're just doing the 22-23 right now.
Okay, so we need a second on that.
I'll second it.
Joe seconded, so all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And there, do I hear any opposition? And there is none, so that motion will pass. Now, Ron, our third one.
Okay, last one. Here's the, if you can see at the top, amended budget for the 23-24, the one we just approved in February. We already had 25 in there, but it doesn't cover the next piece of it, which is 26. So I bumped it to 28 in case there's anything we didn't see, unforeseen things that cause it to go up a little bit. So you're basically approving an additional 3,000, which I've highlighted on this budget. Now you just need some motions for it.
So do I hear a motion? And a second?
I'll second. Yes.
Okay, I'm hoping you know who did those, because I don't. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
And is there any opposition? And I hear no opposition, so that motion has passed. So, is there anything else we needed to take care of financially on that, Ron?
That's it on my end.
Okay, folks, I sure do appreciate you, coming back. This price that we're paying, we would have ended up with probably over half of that amount of money just in replacement panes. So, that would have not included, resealing around the windows and all that stuff. So, we've done the right thing here, and the, Wayne County Health Department will be taken care of now for 20 years, past some of our lives on the facility. So, I sure do appreciate, everyone attending the meeting so that we had a quorum, taking time out of your day. And, do I hear a motion that we adjourn?
First, I'd like to thank Ken Bradley for his guidance.
I'm sorry, I couldn't understand.
I thank Ken Bradley for his guidance on this. I think it had a big help to us.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Yeah. The committee we met a couple of times, actually, and, it was unanimous with the committee that you guys put together that we do this way. And, I think we made the right decision. Anything else? Anybody has anything else they want to say? All right, do I hear a motion, we adjourn.
Thank you.
So there's a motion and a second. All right, all in favor, say aye. And y'all have a wonderful summer. Thank you very much.